Hi folks, my name is Tim and I've done a number of videos on YouTube here about cassette repair, but I realized that I didn't actually do one on pressure pads. So this is a quick and dirty. So I've got this tape here. I'm not a big Dolly Parton fan, but I just happen to have this and I wanted to use it as an example. And as you can see, if we pull out the tape in the middle, you'll see there's a little metal spring inside there. Right in there, and I use needle nose tweezers for this, just to basically take the tape out and work with things inside this finely honed cassette shell. So if I pull this away out of the way, you can actually see the little spring. It's made out of metal, and this is the culprit that I noticed had fallen out, which is the little felt pressure pad. Now, this is a common occurrence with older cassettes. Basically, what it is double-sided tape or a little bit of glue that's on it. What happens is after 20, 30 years, the glue dries out and these things fall out. So what these things are used for is actually, in most cassettes, not all cassette decks, it's used to apply pressure on the tape against the playback head, so, and the record head, or whatever, any of the heads that are in the cassette machine. So what will happen is if this falls out, you play it in the machine, it will play. It won't play well because obviously you're not pressing the tape directly onto the playback head. And same with recording. If you record, it'll sound really thin. If you play it back, it'll sound really thin without that pressure pad. There are some exceptions, however. Some of the Nakamichi higher-end decks have tape lifters. And instead of relying on these pressure pads to do the work of pushing the tape up against the head, they actually do it themselves. And I see I just dropped that one. Oh, there it is, fell in my lap. So the easy fix is you don't have to take the shell apart or anything like that. All you have to do is take your tape and with a needle nose set of tweezers, pull out a little bit of length there so it gives you some access to that little metal spring that is used to apply pressure to the head using the felt pad. What you can do is just put a little dab of glue on there, and crazy glue or something that would dry fast so it doesn't take a long time to dry. And you just place it back squarely on the spring unit that it came from. Some of the older cassettes actually have a different arrangement, but it's all basically the same thing. The pressure pad goes in the middle, and it's used to apply pressure to the tape onto the head. You can also buy, if you're really big into cassettes, you can buy these little packages of what they are is felt strips, and they've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and all I use is a little X-Acto knife, and you can cut one that's exactly the same size as the old pressure pad. That's if you notice the tape is missing one and you don't actually have one. You can either rob it from another tape, or you can buy these things at numerous places. You can just Google it, find out where you can buy them. And these ones came from 8trackavenue.com. So I don't even know if they're still in business or not. So I've got one here that I'm going to use as a replacement. Say we lost that other one. I don't have any crazy glue. I just have contacts, and it might take a little bit long to dry. So what we'll do is I've cut off a little piece of the strip there to act as my replacement pressure pad. And basically, using your finger, you just pull the pad off, or the double-sided tape off. There you go. And you can see that it's in place there on my tweezers. And what we're going to do, if I can do this on here, we're going to actually, it's very sticky. So what I usually do is I pull my thumb in there or a finger in there and place it on. And this one's a little springy. It's not as quite as compact, but it will wear in. And as you can see, it's now in place. If it's in focus, you can see the pressure pad is now in place. And you can see that it's in business. I won't bother playing it. I've done 1,000 of these things. It works. Or what I could have done is just taken the original one, put a little dab of glue onto the back of it, put it on. Crazy glue I find works best, but you can use contact cement or whatever you have that's handy that will dry quickly and actually be strong enough to hold it. And that is how you replace the pressure pad on a cassette. Very simple. So thank you for watching.